This is the Sydney Sleeper, and today I'm going to show you how this weapon is absolutely baller, and you should use it way more often than you should. Here's why. The Sydney Sleeper does mini crits on headshots, not crits like the other rifles. It can do from 68 damage unfully charged to a whopping 203 damage fully charged, enough to kill most light and medium classes. Fun fact, the Sydney Sleeper is not a good combo weapon. Don't try to use it like that. Unless it's with the SMG, then it's barely usable as a combo method. And besides, isn't the whole point of sniper to, sit at the back lines and shoot people's heads? While it can kill the soldier like the combo on screen, I feel like the soldier would shoot rockets at you before you could successfully kill him. So I'd say to just stick to sitting in the back lines and shoot their heads. But not even the heads, as the whole point of the Sydney Sleeper is it's basically a body shotting weapon. The body shots can deal a variety of damage, like headshots. They can deal from 50 damage unfully charged to 203 damage, again, fully charged, which is pretty cool to me, I'm not gonna lie. Now then, if I am gonna be honest, I think the reason most people hate the Sydney Sleeper is that they're headshot clickers. People actually good at the game, unlike us. They always hit those headshots for those sweet 2014 MLG CSGO nostalgia that they have just imbued in them. I think the beauty in the Sydney Sleeper is that if it did have crits and headshots, it wouldn't just be the Sydney Sleeper, it'd just be any other gun. What makes different sniper weapons different from each other is their gimmicks. I mean, look at the Classic, for hell's sake. The Classic is the Classic from, Team Fortress Classic. It's in the whole name. What makes it so cool is that you can just stand there and still be scoped in and do just as much damage as you could be scoped in. And I think that is really, really cool, just like the Sydney Sleeper. Now, this isn't like something like the Bizarre Bargain, which is basically just the sniper rifle, but better if you can play better. I think the problem with sniper is that there's such a high skill ceiling that weapons like these just go under the radar. So I think that if you're pretty, okay and new to sniper, this is a really, really good weapon, and I think you should use it because of that. Now then, when it comes to actual team playing, I'd say to use this if there are hordes of enemies and not just single pickers, because I do have to admit this weapon is pretty shit when it comes to killing single enemies, like you just saw up there. Like, imagine if you have a heavy, a medic, a demo, and maybe a scout, and another soldier thrown in there. It would be much better if you could, hit them with some piss and not have to throw your Girardi, and then get your comrade heavy to be like, oh hey, they have Girardi on them, kill their asses, beat them up right now, then they're gonna take more damage. So it's like a much better version of the headshots if it was explosive headshots from MVM inside of Team Fortress 2's, base game. Now would be a pretty good time to point out all of its flaws, because if I am gonna be honest, it does kind of suck with a lot of things. I mean, the whole point of sniper is to do headshots, and as much as I was making fun of other people there, it's much more satisfying, in, I'd say, a lot of people's opinions, to, actually hit somebody's head, get that crit noise, get all that serotonin up, like, oh, I just hit that impossible headshot. That's kind of not possible with the Sydney Sleeper. I mean, the max damage you can do is 203 without crits. I don't even think the Sydney Sleeper can random crit, so it's not really worth it. And besides, who would crit streak you with the Sydney Sleeper? You're a sniper. You're supposed to be in the back lines. And like I said, it's good for, good teams. You can use it on hordes of enemies. But like I also said, single enemies, it's shit. And do you want to know where sniper is better at? In single enemies. Which is probably why most people don't use it. Also because of the other reasons, of course. But, seeing that headshot, if I was just a regular sniper, that would probably have been way more quicker, and I wouldn't have to charge up that much. But with the Sydney Sleeper, you have to charge up for at least 2 or 3 seconds before, shooting their head. While with the sniper rifle or op, it is much more instantaneous and better. And even though the Sydney Sleeper does more body shot potential, I think it does, less headshot potential. And when that's the whole point of your class, I feel like you kind of fuck up in that department, and it's not really, really worth it, if I'm gonna be honest. But, Weeb the Chief, I hear you saying. Didn't you say that this weapon was really, really good? So why are you saying it's shit all of a sudden? And to that I say, it is shit. What do you think? Why do you think I'd be using it then? Because I'm shit at the game. You're shit at the game. That's what's so fun about the Sydney Sleeper. It doesn't matter about your skill level. You don't have to hit headshots. You can just hit body shots. And if I am going to be honest, most of the time I hit body shots because I fucking suck at the game. And I bet the same for you. Which is why I think that this gimmick works. Now, theoretically, yes, it is better to just use something like the Op or Bizarre Bargain or Stock or literally anything else but the Sydney Sleeper unless you're really, really desperate. Because it has a really low skill ceiling compared to the rest of the Sniper's high skill ceiling, you know, the classic at the top. But I still think it's a really good weapon and everybody should try it and try to main it, you know, try to get a couple hundred kills on it with the strange version, you know, get a professional kill streak, collector's version, you know, I think it's definitely worth it to get this weapon. But yeah, this is one of my first better videos. You know, as you can tell, I got a mic, unlike my last one, so it doesn't sound like complete shit. Hopefully the background stuff works, and please leave a comment on how you like this video, but I guess that's me signing out. See ya.